Aloha Osio Yorana. It's your girl Illumia Noir, the human spirit guide. So, I'm just confused. How much longer, day in and day out, are we going to continue to play this game and act like we're not playing the game? These friends that we may have, these people we have in our lives, these jobs that we have in our life that we do day in and day out, thinking that it's going to fulfill something, and it never does, and somehow it just ends up feeling so fake and so hollow. Like wanting to fulfill something and it just never comes to pass, you know? Like getting dressed up and going out with the hopes of some magical adventure, and it doesn't really come up to par. How much longer is this going to be what our life is? How much longer are we going to play these games with politics and with our health and with our education system? How much longer are we going to act like these things that we do create these changes, but we really don't even know what the change is that we're looking for? We just know that something is not right. Right? Like, nothing feels real. What we're seeking is real. We want something to feel real. So what ends up happening is waiting until Friday night, Saturday night, maybe just as soon as you get home from work, take a shot, a couple of drinks, maybe smoke some weed. Shoot, I don't know, maybe you go on to hard drugs. Maybe you hop into a video game, into some type of virtual reality, whatever it may be, however it is that you spend your time, trying to find a way to just feel something. To just be able to feel what it feels like to be alive. Maybe these connections, maybe being out will just feel a little bit more like right. No. Well, I could tell you, and many people can tell you, that you can spend your entire lifetime living in this cycle. And it's this cycle in itself that creates the hollowness. Because the answer is not in escapism. The answer is not in following what you find the norm to be, into what these movies that we watch tell us, and the music in the background that makes us feel something. So maybe if we follow that same way, we could feel that way too in our life. Not to say that every single experience and every interaction that we have had is not real. That is not the case. But I'll be doggone if you don't know what I'm talking about. See, the answers come in our healing. See, nothing will feel real until we allow ourselves to be real. The strongest, most potent energy there can possibly be is not, in fact, love, as I had once thought. It is authenticity. To be able to love yourself enough to be your authentic self. To be able to step into the world and do what is authentically you. But you see, through life, we've spent so much time being who we think we're supposed to be. Being what we think it is to be human. Being what we think is right, what we think is wrong. But it's all these different things in which we've been taught. All these different things which have created how we perceive the world. So once we start to dive into us, who we really are, and start acting authentically, being authentically, living authentically, realizing something don't feel right in that direction, so I'm going to switch it because this needs to match with my authenticity. For me, changing our perception is possible, but it takes the work. It takes being able to step into yourself and go through piece by piece of yourself for every limitation that we have placed upon us, to go through and understand why. And in fact, not then understanding why and throwing it out. No, 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 no. We understand why. And then we understand how that then turns into not from a hindrance into a blessing, into a strength, into a willpower, into a growth, into our authenticity. This journey is not an easy journey, and it sure does take time. I'm not going to front, but it is well worth it. So, the choice is yours. Are you going to take the dive into you? Or are you going to continue living in this game and allowing somebody else to create the rules for you in this reality in which you decided to come and experience? So what you going to do? If you would like assistance upon what direction to take on this journey, connect with me. This is what I do. As I said, I am your human spirit guide, here to walk alongside you, not do the work for you, because only you can make these choices for yourself, my love. As always, I'm sending you my absolute, authentic, unconditional love. You heard? Mahalo.